All right, much better. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch some of these watercolors. And I'm excited to swatch some of these. And I have them all wrote out already on some Arches cold pressed paper. I don't want to open the new one when I still have a little left. So there's my Quinacridone. Let's see, undersea green. Yeah, I know I've shared this in my studio. This is how I store my little 5 millitubes, which I started collecting them this way first, and then I just realized it's actually a lot more cost effective to get the 15 mil tube. So, but sometimes if I wasn't sure if I would like a color, I would start off with the little one first. So I poured little dollops of paint, the Carbazole Violet, since it's new and everything, of course, it wanted to be a little volcano, so I didn't want to waste any of it. So I had to dig all the cap out and put it there on my mixing palette to use up. So first I'm going to swatch out Quinacridone Burnt Orange. This is made from P048, and this is the pigment that's being discontinued. And look at this color. It's the perfect fox color. You can also make really pretty corals with this color. But it's a really pretty color. Okay, next is Undersea Green. Very natural looking, and I really do think since I'm starting to do a little more landscape paintings, I will appreciate it more. Before, I'm going to be honest, I didn't, oh, there is a little bit of binder separation, so I'm going to mix that in. When I first tried this, I did not get the hype because I didn't do landscapes, and so it was not really my favorite color, but the more I go paint nature, it really is useful. Yeah. See, 2019 me did not like that color very much. And here I am trying it again, and this is why it's so good to keep open-minded, because you're going to evolve and you're going to change your mind. And now I used to go from all the pretty, you know, I still like pretty colors, but I can really appreciate the natural colors too. Undersea Green, you can see that that is starting to dry, and you're seeing a little bit of the color. I could have done more water and got a little more of that, but that is just doing a normal swatch. You can do other things with it to make it really shine a little more. All right, now let's do the Carbazole Violet. It's made from PV23. It's quite dark. I'm going to try to quite a dark purple. It's a dark violet. Looks like it leans blue. It's really pretty. So here's my Roman Szmal, the only large palette I have, and this is the Jane Blundell palette, which I think they're changing some of the colors. So the set I have has some colors that are going away. One of them will be this Quinacridone Gold with PY150 and P048. So we will try that one against the current version and see how they do. I don't see an easy way to open these. Okay, so I think it's easiest just to do this. If you really wanted to, you could save all this. You can see quite a bit of the Asara yellow in this. And then Quinacridone Scarlet, there's no pigment information, but this was one of my favorites. And I can't remember which palette I have it in. or I would go look up. I have a video where I shared this color, and I probably have the pigment information. But it's a very pretty color. So this is Mineral Violet. It's really a pretty mix, and it granulates and does some interesting things. I'll show you. If you use a lot of water, you can really get the some really pretty effects. Go in with a little more water, and it just looks like a normal violet right now, but just wait. I'm going to add more water, and Cobalt Teal is really pretty, and I'm sorry the camera turned off. My battery went out. I've just done one layer there and didn't realize the camera turned off. Bella, you gotta be quiet, baby. And then Potter's Pink is another one of my favorites. It's really pretty. It's just kind of a little delicate. Roman Szmal's version is a little delicate, and it's not too hard to re-wet. It's really pretty, and so, but it's really pretty and granulates. Okay, so those are some of the colors I'm going to be adding to my palette. I'm going to be updating this palette and seeing which colors I want to keep. Mineral Violet hasn't all the way dried, it's still wet, but you can see the colors starting to separate a bit, and it's just so beautiful. I'll try to remember to share that when it's all dry. Let's swatch out the original Roman Szmal Quinacridone Gold made with P150 and P048, just to see how it is, how different it is. Because I'm super curious, and I'm sure you guys are too, and since I have it right here. Oh, see? This one's prettier. I'm glad I have that, and this is when people say, why do you buy so many paints? I feel like I'm vindicated because I don't have to worry. I have plenty of stock because my future happiness requires on me having a well-stocked studio full of all my favorite colors. Especially once my husband retires, I will just need that. And look at that. This one almost glows. It is so luminance. And I mean, it's going to dry, and it's going to dry back some. It's not near as pretty. We'll wait till this one dries. I only swatched that once really quick. I didn't do anything special to that, but I like that so much better. Yes, so 310 is the original Quinacridone Gold. So it doesn't say hue, and it is made with PY150 and P048. And it's the number 310. So if you happen to write the numbers, sometimes I just write the numbers on, like this one. I wrote Quin Gold, but I did not write the pigment information. I won't be even making that mistake anymore. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. So let's go ahead and swatch out all the Asara watercolors. The first is Stardust, and it is a yellow pearlescent color. It's made from PY42 and a pearlescent. So I really don't know what to expect. I don't think I have anything like this. I don't actually see that much of the pearlescent, but it might show up more after it dries. Right now it kind of looks like yellow ochre Is that what PY42 is? Not sure. I can see just a teeny bit of shimmer, the tiniest amount. It's a really tiny amount though. But it kind of looks like a almost yellow ochre, but prettier and a bit more delicate. Next is Pearly Rose Deep, and I thought I would really love this, and it is. It's a really pretty color. It's a really pretty pink. It's going to be perfect for spring. And it's kind of like a purpley mauve color. It's made from PR 170 and pearlescent. Oh, that's really pretty. I can see the pearlescent in that more. What I like about the Isaro pearlescent colors is it's subtle shimmer. It's not like tacky shimmer. I don't know how else to describe it. It's very beautiful, and it's not overwhelming. It just adds to the it just adds a little something special to it. Okay, next is Isaro Purple Deep, made from PV23. And is that the same? Oh, yep, we just did Carbazole Violet. So it's the same as Daniel Smith's Carbazole Violet. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, I'm already liking this better than the Daniel Smith. We'll see how it dries back. It's really pretty. It just seems more delicate, but it's a handmade paint instead of Daniel Smith's. Daniel Smith's has dried back now, and we'll see what they look like after they're dry. Look at all the granulation that came out of the Potter's Pink though, and I'm surprised. I must not have added enough water, but normally the Cobalt Teal would give more granulation. But look at that Mineral Violet. You see how oh, it's so pretty. It's not even dry all the way yet. Okay, so we'll see how that does. Next is Agapanthus Blue. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I have a terrible time. So it's made from PB29 and PB16. So it's ultramarine with some violet, so it should granulate. So I think it would be, that's pretty. Let's see if I can get a little deeper at the top. Not sure how much granulation that's going to show, so I'm going to add a little more water at the bottom. Sometimes if I really want to play with the granulation, I go with more water, and then I actually just kind of let it flow into there, and I find it mesmerizing to do that. But I try not to do that on camera because it would be all day. I get distracted. Okay, next is the Imperial Moon. And this looks like a really pretty neutral. It's got PR 101, and I think I googled it and it said copper. So this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be stunning for fall. But let's see here. Right now it looks like Caput Mortem with copper. Oh, that's really pretty. See, it's really pretty, but it's not in your face. See if it's showing. I don't feel like any of the shimmer is going to show very much in the video, but I can definitely see it just a little bit. But it's really delicate, not in your face, and mica particles don't usually photograph well anyway, so it would be something for someone in person to appreciate. But look at the beautiful in the palette. Okay, see that? All the copper. So you might be able to go in with another layer. Okay, so now that here are the two PV23. Now that they're dry, I much prefer this, and I'm pretty sure I swatched them the same, but this is a much prettier PV23 version to me. But I do really like the Room and Szmal as well. All right, now let's swatch out this precious Schmincke. I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to say this, and I'm not even gonna try because it's a rare pigment and it's super expensive. But it's the only granulating magenta that I have found, so I was excited to try it. Let's swatch that out. Let's see what this is all about. So it swatches out kind of like a pink. And I'm going to add more water. It's not very strong. It's oh, it is pretty. I would call it more of a pink. All right, so I'm not going to do anything to try to hype that. I'm pretty glad I tried it, but I don't know. Have to see how that is once it dries. So there you go. It's pretty, but it's certainly not life-changing, and for $20 for a 5 milliliter, I don't think I will need to go get a second one. But what I'm going to do before I roll this out is I will probably, this is my granulating palette that I made right after this super granulating colors came out. I made myself this of the existing colors so I could make my own mixes and mix, you know, play with them on my own before I bought all of the super granulating colors. So I'm going to pour a pan, and that I took out the gold, and now I'll be changing the colors to see if these still work for me. But now I'll finally have a magenta to use with this palette, which is what I was sorely missing. And it didn't feel like I could get a rounded palette with all granulating colors, and now I will be able to have that. So, but it is, I thought it was going to be a little, it's a little duller than I was expecting it, and I usually like the rare, I usually think the rare pigments are kind of cool, but the practical side of me is like, yeah, I'm just gonna use magenta. What do you guys think? Do you think that's worth $20? Let's just try mixing it with cobalt turquoise, just because I have the extra here. That's really pretty. I haven't gotten a mix like that yet. It's kind of a really pretty sky blue. So maybe mixing with it will make me like it better. It is very pretty. I like that mix. So I will mix with this and play with it and see. But I honestly, I think I was expecting it to be a little more pigmented. There might be things about the rare pigment that I don't know, but to be honest, I don't know if I care, because at the end of the day, I just want to paint. I don't care if I'm painting with precious, you know, minerals that have been preyed upon a mountain. I don't know. I just want to paint pretty colors, and I don't know if I care about the rest of the stuff sometimes. It's made with a rare pigment, and I don't know, I honestly don't know much about it, but you can look up on the Schmincke website and they explain more about it. I think I could actually mix it with manganese violet to get it a little deeper. I'll just do just a teeny drop more, And okay, when you squeeze it out, see, it's a very pretty, delicate pink. And then it looks a little similar to the Isaro when you pour it, but it doesn't have any pearlescent. And then I think if I mixed it with some of the manganese violet, I might be able to get I want to try mixing a little with the manganese violet now. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I like that color better. So that's mixed with manganese violet. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, that might be my new favorite color. And it's going to granulate. So let's add a little water and see. That's going to be really pretty. Add a little more manganese. I don't want it to. Okay, we'll see how that all dries, but yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to play and mix with, but mostly I'm excited to have it to add to my super granulating palette. And I did make a video of this that's here on my channel if you want to check that out. All right, so now that these have all dried and these have all dried, so yeah, I still much prefer the Isaro Deep Purple over the Daniel Smith. I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, I haven't mixed with it, but I really don't think I used more, but that is much more vibrant. So love that. This, of course, is gorgeous. And then now here, the Schmincke new rare pigment. It's kind of pretty. I'm gonna have to mix and play with it more, but I want to be excited about it. I think it's going to be one of those things that people who love rare pigments might really like it, but I don't want to hype it because it's super expensive for what it is. So I still, you can see some of the copper that's coming out. You can see just shimmer copper, just a little bit. It's not overwhelming, it's not in your face, and there's quite a bit in this pearly rose. There's quite a bit of shimmer. It's pearly, it's not shimmery, it's not glittery. It's pearly. And then this one I'm not seeing very much. The Stardust one is, I'm actually struggling to see much shimmer in that. There's just a little bit, but it could just be the lighting right now.